Hi, everybody. We are talking about emotional energy. How can we awaken and get ourselves energized for ourselves, our team, maybe even actually our family actually as well. So this is a great topic. Love this topic on awakening your emotional energy. So whether or not you're an entrepreneur, you're a professional, you're a manager, you're a parent, you're going to find a lot of value, I think, in this video. So get out your pen and paper. I'm going to be teaching you 6 ways, practical ways you can actually awaken your energy. If we have not yet met, my name is Dr. Karen. I've been doing this work for over 25 years. I'm a co-founder of a global leadership company. We work with companies all around the world, from solopreneurs, but most of our companies that we work with are between 10 employees and I would say about 500 employees. That's kind of where our sweet spot is. But we have clients that are smaller. We've got clients that are actually bigger. So, but one of the things that a lot of our clients like about our content is that we tend to focus more on the business entrepreneur side, but we teach leadership principles that you can actually also apply to your personal life and your family. And so we teach leadership skills that can apply both to your professional life and your personal life. And so, and you'll see that when we kind of go through the content, you'll see of how applicable, how transferable it is. So, all right, so let's dive in. So 6 different ways. The first one is the way that you actually awaken your energy is around clarity of vision and goals. And so let me just very quickly, before we dive in, I want to share with you a quote. Peter Drucker, a lot of you probably have heard of him. He was a management consultant, educational consultant. I like his content. And here's a famous quote that you probably have seen before. Here's what he says: "Your first and foremost job as a leader." Again, doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur, professional, manager. Your first and foremost job as a leader is to take charge of your own energy and then to help orchestrate the energy of those around you. Okay, so that is kind of like as we're kicking it off. So if you're an entrepreneur, how do we awaken the energy of our team? If you're a manager, how can we awaken the energy of our team? If you're a parent, how can you awaken the energy of your family? So emotional energy. And the reason, one of the things that is so powerful about this is that energy is contagious. Have you noticed that if you're with somebody who's really like flat and low energy, you kind of feel flat and low. But if you're with somebody who's really energetic, you will feel that energy from them. And so energy is a superpower. It's so magnetic. And so this is just a great topic. This is a great topic. All right, here we go. So the first one is to awaken the energy, is to have clarity of your goals. Get clarity of your goals. I just got off a call with one of our clients. And one of the things that we do is we teach a set of system and tools to really help business owners to clarify and achieve their vision. And so it's a way for entrepreneurs to clarify that and actually help to develop their teams. And so as I was kind of working with some of the tools with this particular client, he says to me, he goes, "Karen," he goes, "I can't believe how energized I feel in this process." He goes, "I felt so confused and I felt very overwhelmed beforehand. And as you're kind of guiding me, I'm just feeling so energized." And I'm like, yes, that's exactly what happens. And I see that over and over again when we work with teams, when people really have clarity, especially this particular one maybe applies a little bit more on the entrepreneur side, but when people have clarity of their goals, they've got clarity of their vision, it's so energizing, because otherwise what happens is we feel like our brain is spinning. We're kind of going all these different directions. But when we kind of like start putting, really kind of getting rid of that noise and sharpening our vision and sharpening with where we want to go and having that crazy focus on our goals and our vision, so energizing. Okay, so that's kind of about the entrepreneur. For an emerging leader, a manager, when they know what the goal is of the team, the goals are of the company, that's what actually drives engagement. We've seen consistently in terms of research that engagement has so much to do employees actually know what is expected of them. So that's on the business side. On the family side, same thing. I'm a mother of twin boys. And it's interesting if I talk about goal setting, there's a bit of a joke in our family because obviously this is what I do. This is my job. But when I actually start talking about goal setting, a lot of they're like, dun 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 dun, kind of like, this is, because this is what mom does, and here she goes going talking again about the goal setting. But we joke about it, but they're good sports about it, because what happens is when they do goal setting exercises, and we have a whole system that we actually teach for families, but when young people have a system in terms of goal setting, I just watch their energy and I tell them, you can say whatever you want, but I know what happens after we finish these exercises, and I see the energy shift. And when they tell me afterwards, they're like, Mom, that was a really good idea. Because it doesn't matter if you're a teenager and you're, 16, or okay, 16 years old, or if you're 60, people need to know what their goals are. What are they working towards? How are they, why am what I'm doing, why is this actually making any difference? What's the purpose with what I'm doing? So goal setting is number one. All right. And just so you know, just before I go to the next one, just so you know, what we do as a company and what our niche is, what our specialty is, we teach leadership emotional intelligence. That's what we do. Leadership development is very noisy, but the niche that we have really fallen in love with is teaching leadership emotional intelligence. There's 5 different parts of emotional intelligence. And this topic actually touches on 3 of them. It touches on goal setting, it touches on taking initiative, it touches on energy management. So if you have not yet received our scorecard that measures your leadership emotional intelligence, you definitely want to get your hands on it. Down below in the comments, just type out EQ, and somebody from our team will send that to you. Because this topic really, really is part of leadership emotional intelligence, and I'd love you to get your hands on it. So again, just write below EQ and you will receive that. Okay. So number 1 is get clarity of the goals. That's going to be awakening your energy. And again, I just got off the call with one of our clients, and I just saw him. He was like bursting through the computer. Like I could see the energy, and that was just like so exciting. Number 2, everybody, in terms of how do you awaken the goals or awaken the energy, is progress. So when we have clarity on what our goals are, and now we're taking initiative, we're stepping on the gas. So this is now actually drawing on another part of our EQ. When we start paying attention to progress, you'll see a major boost in terms of your energy. Years ago, I did some executive coaching on myself, for myself. And one of the exercises that we actually did as a group is, we would get together once a quarter and we'd actually make a list of the progress that we had made in that quarter. And what was fascinating about that exercise is that you could see the energy shift with everybody when they did it, because what do a lot of us do? We kind of focus on the things we didn't get to, the things that never made the list, all the things that, we just, didn't prioritize, and then we can kind of feel deflated. If we take pen to paper, we start making a list of things that we did make progress on, we did take initiative, we did check off, you'll see a shift in that energy. So that's number 2, everybody, is progress. And by the way, if you like these videos, share your comments below, share, if there's a topic you would want me to cover next, make sure you let us know, sign up for our YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube, and check out some of our other videos as well, because we've got lots of great videos that are all connected to this space. Okay. Number 3 is, if you want to awaken the energy in yourself and those around you, is to really focus on problem solving. When we do a lot of work with teams, a lot of times either they don't have clarity of the goals, and they're not focusing on the progress, they're focusing on all the things they haven't gotten done. So you'll start seeing the energy lower. But the other big issue for a lot of them is that they haven't trained themselves and their team or their family how to problem solve. One of our modules that we teach at our Leadership Academy is called the Solution Focused Mindset, and it's really teaching people how to problem solve. It's amazing in how few people actually know how to problem solve. When we problem solve, when we have an issue, we problem solve, and then we solve it. Woo! Massive energy boost, okay? People feel really good about that. And so that's a third way in terms of how do you awaken your energy, is really focus on not identify what the problems are, you're solving the problems. That's what actually you're going to see is a big boost in terms of the energy. Number 4, everybody. This is this one you probably know about, but I want to put in the list, is really focus on your self-care. We have a great one-pager on self-care. If you go to our website, dkleadership.org, you can actually download it. It's, again, free. We've got lots and lots of free resources to help people in your process. But your self-care is a really big one, because there's certain things, like I know for myself, I know how many hours of sleep I need to feel energized. I know what I need to physically eat to feel energized. I know what kind of exercise I need to do to feel energized. So that whole self-care piece is really important, because it's like we need to, when we take care of ourselves physically, we will have a ripple emotional benefit. We see this a lot with clients with their exercise. When they exercise, they sleep well, and they take care of them, the nutrition. They physically feel and emotionally they feel great. Okay, so really be paying attention to your self care. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, number 5, everybody, is and this is more on the work side, but you can actually do it on the home side actually as well. Is pay attention to the tasks that you're doing. Again, another great exercise is just take a pen and paper and keep it beside yourself throughout the week. And pay attention to the jobs that you're doing that energize you, and pay attention to the ones that actually deplete you. And the ideal is for you to be really spending more of your time on the jobs that actually really energize you. For example, in the home front, I actually like to cook. I find it quite energizing. When I've got time for it, I actually quite find. So in the role, the division of labor, and with my husband and I, that's the role that I have. I've kind of signed up for that job. I will do all the cooking. I feel like that's quite energizing. A job that I find very exhausting is grocery shopping. I don't like errands. I find it tedious. And so we have figured that out. And so in terms of our division of labor, we have figured out, okay, I'll do the meal prep, and I'll do the meal planning, and I'll make the meals. I actually feel that quite energizing, and he can do the grocery shopping. So it's just a practical way on the family front, but you can apply it actually in the business as well. And so pay attention to what are the jobs that you are really, you get energized by, and what are the ones that you actually get depleted by. And that can, depending on the size of your business and your team, sometimes you can't delegate, just, limited that way. But if you can, that is a great thing. So that's number 5. Last one, everybody. You ready? Last one, this is an important one, but really, and you can apply it both to work and home, is a way to awaken the energy. Have fun. Are you having enough fun? Are you having enough fun as a team? Are you having enough fun as a company? Are you having enough fun as a family? Are you having enough fun as an individual? It is really important in terms of having fun. We launched a couple of masterminds this last year, and one of the things that I found fascinating is that we could teach all the tools and the systems, no problem, both to marriages and businesses and entrepreneurs. So you have you've got kind of like the practical side, but then when you inject fun into it, you inject a lot of high energy fun, everything kind of gets awakened. People get, all of a sudden they can absorb the information better. They have emotionally they're feeling more energized. Physically they're feeling more energized. And so that's another thing for you to think about, everybody. Are you having enough fun? And if not, then maybe that's one of your goals, is to be getting specific about having a little bit more fun. So anyway, this is just a great little video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it around how you can awaken that energy. 6 practical ways you can awaken your energy for yourself, your team, but also your family as well. So be sure to subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure you share this with other people. Let us know with what other topics you would like us to cover. I love, what do I get energized by? I get energized by doing these videos. I don't actually love writing. I love speaking. I love doing videos. So let us know what topics you would like us to cover, and we will try to do that as we create more videos here on YouTube. So thanks, everybody, and looking forward to seeing you on one of our other YouTube videos.